I made this video as a joke. I made this video as a joke. You people really love to see my top 10 thickest anime characters list. Well, I finally come with a sequel for you. Welcome to the top 10 least thick anime characters. At my number 10 spot, I'm gonna have to put Hillary Clinton. Like, she couldn't even win a presidential election against a literal orange. She killed Jeffrey Epstein, and that is not a very epic gamer moment. So that is why she's number 10 on this list. In my number 9 spot is gonna have to be Squidward Tentacles. Now, what is wrong with Squidward Tentacles is he has such a negative attitude towards SpongeBob SquarePants, who's actually a very thick boy. So thick, in fact, that the laws of roundness cannot even affect him. If Squidward Tentacles is too blind to see that, then he himself must not be thick at all. At my number 8 spot is gonna have to be Emily the Rat from Ratatouille. My problem with this rat is he's too thick to be considered thick. Other characters may be mega thick, but this character is way farther beyond ultra thick. So, because it surpasses the scale, he cannot be considered thick. At my number 7 spot is actually a very surprising entry, as I'm going to be putting in Baby Yoda. My problem with Baby Yoda is he sucked the entire fandom of The Mandalorian towards him. Nobody's paying any attention to the badass bounty hunter. They're just paying attention to this little green slob. That is why he's number 7 on this list. At my number 6 spot is gonna have to be Juhani. The reason for this character not being thick is I was promised a cat girl in my Star Wars game. Problem is, she looks nothing like a cat girl. She barely even has fangs, and that is not a very epic gamer moment. 0 hot points. We're gonna have to be moving on from this non-thick character. At my number 5 spot is going to have to be the 6th Doctor from Doctor Who. Many of you are saying, who the hell is the 6th Doctor? Well, I'll tell you. He's the most useless character I've ever seen on a TV show, and is the reason why I quit watching Doctor Who. This character is so unthick because of so many reasons, but it would extend this video beyond 10 minutes, and that is not what I want because I'm lazy. My number 4 spot is gonna have to be Mr. Crocker. The reason this character is not thick is because no matter what he did, he was unable to find the Fairly Odd Parents and keep them captive long enough to finish his research. He teaches Timmy Turner, who is on my top 10 thickest anime characters list, like complete garbage. I hate this character so much because of that, and he cannot appreciate Timmy Turner's sexy buck teeth. At my number 3 spot is gonna have to be Ness from Earthbound. Now, I don't mean Ness from Earthbound entirely. I mean Ness from Earthbound in Super Smash Bros. The reason I hate him being in Super Smash Bros. Is every time I fight someone in Super Smash that's playing Ness, they always kick my ass. Now, I'm not a huge fan of getting beat up, but this character is way too overpowered. Please, we need to nerf this character. He can go PK fire in hell. And at my number 2 spot, I'm gonna have to be putting in Pepsi. Pepsi is the worst soda I've ever drank in my life. It is way too sweet and leaves me with a horrible aftertaste. Not to mention that they constantly boast about being better than the best soda of all time, Coca-Cola, when actually they are far inferior to Coca-Cola in so many ways. Not to mention, Pepsi Man is on my top 10 thickest anime characters list. However, that's only in Japan and not in the USA, and that is not a very epic gamer moment, and I am very angry about it. In my number one spot is going to be something a little disappointing, but it's gonna have to be the 2004 Catwoman. This character is not thick at all, unlike what Catwoman is supposed to be. Catwoman is supposed to be thick. This character is not thick. I want you to stare at this. Stare at this character. Tell me if this is thick. It's not thick. It's not thick. I was promised a thick Catwoman movie, and I did not receive that. And I am very angered about it. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not have made this video. I would have given up on YouTube a long time ago, but it was the support I got on my last video that made me think, maybe I should put a little bit more effort into this. Try and spread word of this god-awful garbage channel in which you've come across by mere coincidence, so that we can try and expand our glorious empire of top 10 lists, including some of the worst and best anime characters that we have ever seen. If we can get more support, I promise I'll be a little bit more active on this and not just post every 2 months like a fanfiction writer. Peace out, Holmes.